Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jimmy Jam here, the Landman. I want to go over a quick exercise. One of the things that I always look at when I'm looking at buying land for uh, development or building houses, one of the first things that I look at is what kind of soil is on the property. And here's the thing: in the state of Tennessee, there's over 400 different types of soil. And soils are broken down based on their absorption rates. And so you have a variety of different absorption rates in the state of Tennessee. So you have 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 45, 60, 75 minute, and greater than 75 minute soil. And your soils that are going to be suitable for conventional septic systems or step systems are going to be the soils between 30 and 75. So if you find soil that is 30 minute, 45, 60, or 75 minute soil, those soils are suitable for conventional septic systems. So we're going to take a look at a couple of tools that I use to assess what kind of soil is on the property. So let's get started. There's a piece of property that was brought to my attention, and I want to look at it and see if it has the potential to be subdivided, and maybe I can get another lot out of it. So, with that being said, let's go to the CRS data website, and the address is 8695 Miller Road in Christiana. Do view larger map. We can see that we already have 218 foot of road frontage. I'm going to change this to an aerial view. And so if I could subdivide this property and the soil's worked out, this is probably something that I would do. So I'm going to draw the area out for you. Maybe if 50 to 60 foot road frontage there. And because this is a 5 acre tract, and what I would do is just subdivide the property and make both of them 2.5 acres. And so that's 2.93, but the surveyor would subdivide it and we'd have 2.5 acre tracts. And so my second house would be back in this area here. And so what I want to do is I want to find out, okay, across the landscape, across this 5 acre tract, what kind of soil do we have? Well, there is a national web soil database that holds 95% of the country's soils. So if you want to find what kind of soil is on any particular piece of property, you can go to websoilsurvey.nrcs.usda.gov. And once you get there, you'll hit this green start button. Well, let me go back to my CRS data website here. Let me just copy this address. Then I'm going to go back to web soil. So once you go back to your web soil survey, hit the drop down there for the address, punch that in, and then there will be an orange dot in the center of the screen that will help you identify the address. And so I need to find out what kind of soil is across the back part of this property. So there's an area, an AOI tool here. There's two of them. So I'm going to use the perfect square. And then I'm just going to draw a square around the area to try to line up with my CRS data. And once you see those diagonal lines, you're going to go to soil map. And then you can see that you have Barfield, Eagleville, and Talbot. So Talbot's here in the front, Eagleville here, Barfield here in the center, and it looks like you have Eagleville back here in the back. So I need to find out if Barfield and Eagleville are suitable soils for a conventional septic system. So I go to my TNSoils app, which is TheSoilsApp.com. Barfield, we see that it is a soil that is greater than 75 minutes. So I know and then you have a rating here, and it tells you soils with absorption rates greater than 75 are the worst soils. So you cannot use a greater than 75-minute soil for a conventional septic system. And so the next soil type that we saw, I believe it was Eagleville. So we type in Eagleville, and we see, excuse me, and we see that Eagleville is a soil that's greater than 75 minutes. And so it is not suitable for a conventional septic system. So when I go back to my CRS data and I go back to my wet soil, I see that here I have Barfield and I have Eagleville. And I know that both of those soils are not suitable for conventional septic systems. So, in my opinion, I'm not going to pursue this property. It's not worth the investment to hire a soil scientist to try to see if I can get a septic system out here, because the soil map is telling me that the soils here are not suitable for a septic system. Now, I'll add a caveat. The soil maps will sometimes lie to you. 70% of the time, I have found them to be accurate. Is it possible that you can go out here and find a soil site on this piece of property? Absolutely. Yes, it is possible. But the likelihood is very slim. So, with that being said, I will say whatever the soil map tells you, you still have to hire a soil scientist to confirm what the soil map is telling you. But this is one of the things that I do when I'm looking at land and determining whether or not the land is worth pursuing. And so in this case, 8695, is that the address for this property? 8695 Middle Road, Christiana, Tennessee. This is something that I won't be pursuing. I hope this class was very helpful, and you can see how to find soil using the free web soil survey, and then you can use the TNSoils app to assess whether or not that soil is suitable for a conventional septic system. From East Tennessee to West Tennessee, 400 different types of soil, and you can find out if those soils are suitable for a conventional septic system by using the TNSoils app. God bless, and we'll talk to you later.